Welcome back to the channel. Last time we poked a few polite holes in how Americans view Malaysia and somehow didn't get deported. That video racked up over 40,000 views. So either people were curious, mildly offended, or just very, very lost. Either way, here's part 2, what Americans still get wrong about Malaysia. Because apparently some myths take more than one video to crush. It's not just KL, Penang, and Langkawi. To be fair, most tourists have heard of Penang and Langkawi, which is lovely, like saying you know America because you've seen Times Square and Disneyland. But what about Malaysian Borneo, Sabah and Sarawak? Ever heard of Kapas Island? Guania? Mount Kinabalu towering like it's auditioning for Lord of the Rings? These are places where the rainforest hums louder than any city, where orangutans still have voting rights. Okay, not really, though they'd probably make better decisions than some actual voters. The beaches are blinding white. The jungles go full BBC Earth. There are rivers you cruise, caves with human history older than Stonehenge, and towns where sunset feels sacred. And while everyone else is posting poolside selfies in Langkawi, people in Borneo are spotting pygmy elephants, hiking through cloud forests, and eating the best laksa you've never heard of. But if you think Malaysia ends where the shopping malls do, you've barely scratched the surface. You're still in the gift shop. It's not just a Muslim country, it's a mosaic. Here's one of the laziest assumptions out there. Oh, Malaysia? Isn't that one of those strict Muslim countries? Right. And Britain is just fish and chips and rainy sarcasm. Yes, Islam is the official religion. But Malaysia isn't a monoculture, it's a living mosaic. On one street, you might hear the call to prayer. On the next, Chinese lanterns, incense burning, and a Taipusam procession, complete with drum beats and coconut smashing. Turn another corner, and there's a Christmas sale that started in October, because of course it did. It's not a PR campaign. It's just Thursday. People here aren't at war over beliefs. They're debating which nasi kandar joint has the crispiest fried chicken. Which, if you're American, is like arguing over which taco truck has the best birria, only with curry and 30 more spices. Malaysia is the kind of place where Buddhist temples host school field trips, Muslims buy mooncakes, and Hindus invite their co-workers to Deepavali open houses. The multicultural harmony isn't just something you say at the airport. It's part of the weekly routine. So no, it's not just a Muslim country. It's a neighborhood with 100 kitchens and 1 dinner table. Developing country? You sure about that? Here's a fun one. Some Americans still label Malaysia a developing country, like they're clinging to a Lonely Planet guidebook last updated during the dial-up era. Meanwhile, Malaysia has 5G in villages, tap to pay even at roadside stalls, and highways so smooth they make LA roads look like post-apocalyptic Mario Kart tracks. Walk into a Malaysian mall and your phone will automatically connect to Wi-Fi, ping a food delivery robot, and let you file your taxes. Probably. Even in small towns, people pay for groceries with QR codes. You don't need coins. You barely need hands. And let's talk about public transport, something America still treats like a cryptid. Miss the MRT in KL? That's a 3-minute crisis. Miss the subway in New York? That's your afternoon gone. And there's no guarantee your train doesn't smell like old pizza and despair. And yet, the developing label lingers, often because people judge by GDP per capita and not by lived experience. Newsflash, Wi-Fi and punctuality are also development indicators. So when you call Malaysia developing, maybe develop a better definition. How many languages do you speak? Here's something Americans still don't get. In Malaysia, English isn't special. It's just one language in the mix, and almost everyone's got 2 or 3 on speed dial. Most Malaysians grow up juggling Bahasa Malaysia, English, and at least one other, maybe Mandarin, Cantonese, Tamil, or a regional dialect like Hokkien, Hakka, Iban, or Kadazan. Some switch between 4 languages before lunch. It's not a party trick, it's daily life. Order food? You'll hear Malay with Chinese slang and an English closer like can or not. Family gathering? Grandma speaks Tamil, dad speaks Malay, you answer in English and no one blinks. Even strangers might code switch mid-sentence like it's second nature, because it is. And yes, English is widely spoken. Not perfectly polished, but extremely functional. You'll see it in road signs, government forms, menus, schools, streaming platforms, and arguments about parking. Thanks to colonial history and global trade, English became the common thread. But don't get it twisted, it's not a replacement for local languages. It's a tool, one of many. So if you visit, yes, you'll get by just fine. But what'll surprise you most isn't how well people speak English. You'll find English road signs, legal documents, TV shows, corporate meetings. People switch between languages mid-sentence like it's jazz. And when you mess something up, someone will kindly help you in English, and then talk about you in Malay. Lovingly, probably. In Malaysia, being multilingual isn't impressive. It's just another day. Malaysia has its own identity. Here's the real kicker. Some people still lump Malaysia in with Thailand, Vietnam, or Indonesia, like it's a flavorless blend of Southeast Asia, the generic edition. But Malaysia is its own thing. Bahasa Malaysia is not just another version of Indonesian. The cuisine? Not Thai, not Vietnamese. It's rojak, spicy, messy, glorious fusion that's uniquely Malaysian. You've got satay that makes grown men cry, roti canai that spins like edible origami, and rendang so rich it could open a trust fund. The festivals are shared, but the way they're celebrated, pure Malaysia. Hari Raya, Chinese New Year, Deepavali, Christmas, all happening side by side, with open houses, buffet tables, and neighbors who actually show up. Even the fashion is iconic, from baju kurung to cheongsam, from sari to songket, worn not as costumes, but as everyday elegance. And the music? From dangdut remixes to lo-fi indie to Malay hip-hop, yeah, that's a thing. Malaysia doesn't follow vibes, it creates them. And don't even try to copy the way Malaysians mix languages in a single sentence and still make sense. That's a national superpower. So no, Malaysia isn't some remix. It's the original track. Culture here isn't preserved behind glass, it's what's for breakfast. So, what do Americans still get wrong about Malaysia? Mostly that they don't know it at all. But now you do, or at least you're starting to. Malaysia isn't some cheaper Thailand, smaller China, or diet Singapore. It's a sovereign, multilingual, multi-religious, multi-everything country that quietly punches above its weight without needing to shout. It's where skyscrapers sit next to kampong houses, where a tech startup and a banana leaf restaurant can share the same street, where modern doesn't mean Western, it just means Malaysia. And if you think this is all too good to be true, get on a plane, try the food, take the MRT, then come back and tell me I'm wrong. If this video gave you something new, leave a comment, subscribe, or share your favorite Malaysian moment. And if you're Malaysian watching this, what do people still get wrong about your country? Drop it in the comments. Because let's be honest, we might need a part 3. See you in the next one.